Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
I'll go mute.
I had some color problems, so glad it's fixed.
Oh, that happens for like everyone.
Yeah. We're gonna. I have a few timestamps. We're gonna skim through get as much as we can, without taking like an hour or 2 hours. I'm gonna start with just kind of saying what you guys want to do on this map, right? Kind of like what is your guys' plan before I get into anything. You guys are on these heroes, this map. What do you want to do?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it, like whether I play Winston or Diva, and I think we usually like to play like an Ash Tracer, but we wanted to try Soj just for Jay's comfortability. So Diva over Winston because I can kind of play to catch a little more and play like for the dive and the peel, and play more for like rail value, and then also pinch if we need to. Just because we can like hold blue box forever if we're on Diva and Soj.
Yeah.
Rather than if we're on like Echo Tracer or Sombra Tracer, I'd probably go Winston, which I think we end up switching to Winston and it goes a lot better.
I think on
So
third
maybe,
point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's another
That's
thing
kinda-
that Diva can do that Winston can't?
Eat nades.
Eat nade. Well, yeah, you can eat cooldowns, right? Yeah. What allows Diva? You said blue block specifically, so like, let's say you're defending, right? What allows Diva to stay here longer than Winston?
She is just better. Like she doesn't have to commit. Winston has to commit bubble to control space. She can kind of just like passively control it.
Yeah, right.
I
Like,
guess.
yeah. Once Winston gets his bubble force out, he can't stay there anymore. He has no way of mitigating damage, right? Diva, it's on a resource, right? So you don't have to commit all of your DM. Yeah. Right. That's basically a big difference. They're also on the same thing. Okay, so we're gonna play this out. I'm gonna let it play out for a bit, and then I'm gonna pause it, and then we'll kind of chat. In real time. You guys want icons or no icons like that? What do you guys prefer?
Whatever you want. That's fine.
Okay. So what did the enemy team do? What did they just do?
Put Tracer cart and walked past the bridge.
Yeah, Tracer's pushing cart, our Tracer's marking cart a little bit. They're kind of doing their thing. And they walked across the bridge, yeah, for free, right? Could we have pressured them there? And punt, and hit, because I'm sure you guys play this map where you walk this bridge and you get, someone dies. Or could we have, is that what we want to do or no?
I think we probably wanted to, but like our little shitty engage at the start was kind of like, it kind of off-put us, and then we didn't really adjust to it, right?
Okay. We don't have
like
to, right? We can, right? So I'm going to press play for a little bit.
Forward barrier activated. Neutralizing projectile.
No recovery.
Initiating defensive diving in. 어림없지.
Speed up a little bit, take longer, right? And this is the second rotation the enemy team made for free. Right? Do we see that?
Yeah.
Right? So these are two, like, when they're most vulnerable. They're going, I'm sure you backline, right? You especially are making a rotation and you just get jumped by Winston, right? Because you guys struggle to do that on attack. You guys will walk and then a Winston and Tracer will clear your backline alone. So, right? So just being set up and being aware of these windows of opportunity when the enemy team, a lot easier to pressure. Right? And we hit the nade earlier, right? Right here.
Neutralizing projectile.
No recovery.
Right? But why can't we capitalize off this?
We have no angles developed.
We have no angles developed, right? Yeah. Right? But imagine that same situation where now they're walking through here and maybe spend your like on blue box like you said, and then we hit the same nade or and while having soldier on this angle. Can we kill the backline then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? So just I know it's a little overwhelming in the game when it's happening, but just being aware for these critical moments.
Diving in. 어림없지.
And then what ends up happening, I can do is
Barrier activated.
kill your backline.
Engaging
Right.
thrusters.
They're the ones setting up these pinches and these angles on your you guys. Right when we had two clear opportunities to do it to them. That's kind of the big thing for first. That we kind of just lose first. I'm gonna skip past second point. Get to third. We swap Winston. We swap Sombra. What are we looking to do now?
Like hard pinch off nades and virus.
Yeah. What do we need to do to set up these pinches?
Set up our backline and clear their angles, like clear their tracer out.
Yeah. Right. Well, what do I'm gonna show. Why was this kill on the Sojourn good? And then what happened after that bad?
That must stink.
Okay, let's show this. Look at the Sojourn. Why was that good?
It was in rotation.
Yeah,
She
she was
was
rotating. Yeah, and she got left behind. You guys were able to, you had Sombra there, you had an Ana nade, you had Winston there shooting. That was really good, right? Just gonna play the rest of the fight out.
Allah till mig! Thought of you!
So going off the theme from the first point, and from now, what could we have done here? Right, we just killed the Sojourn. Right. They're all kind of clumped up into this room.
Oh, we could
Right.
match rally and brawl.
We can do that, yeah. We can walk forward and max rally, right? We have an advantage, yeah. What else could we do? Do we have to do
Leave?
anything? Do we have to?
Well, yeah, I left. I think our tracer just got slept. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Thought of you!
You just stay in too long.
Was I think.
Oh, she hits
Oh.
crazy sleep. Yeah.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. I guess you did stay.
Well,
in
yeah, I
long.
remember that. Yeah, it was like it was one of those like ping ones where they like slept me, and then I like blinked after, like getting slept already. It was freaking goofy.
Yeah, you don't die. Okay, what do we want to do now? Right? Went for that hit, didn't work out. We're still alive, right? We're pushing cart. What do we want to do?
Find a way to get our brig value. So he's trying to rotate.
Well, like what you said at the start, right? What do your heroes want to do, right? Like you said, set up pinches, and there was something else you said, right? Basically
Like enable Ana. Yeah.
Yeah, enabling auto, committing up to someone, right? How can we do that? Is this left part of the map free to path again?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we send someone down here, right? Where can our Sombra path?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. She's Sombra. I mean, probably the easiest to use throw thing over here. You're behind them, right? Ana's already on high ground. Can Ana hit this nade?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Is that Ben? Do you think you can get there? Maybe in a few seconds. Not right away,
Yeah.
right?
Nothing can pass me!
Yeah, she kind of took all our cooldowns for free.
Hear me.
Yeah. What is now? We talked a little bit about our team. The enemy team. What do they have to do? How do they win this? Like simple,
Don't
right?
die.
Not dying. Yeah, right. They have an Ana brig. They have a Sojourn. They just kind of have like more damage, right? And if they're able to stop you guys from diving and just kind of slowly draw out the fight, that works better for them.
System compromised.
Time to draw!
Yeah, we get the pulse, but like this was like a half baked hit, right? We have nade. Do we have shooting? What do we need? If the guy eats, then that's fine, right?
I tried.
System
Okay.
compromised.
You tried?
I'm under attack.
That's also fine, right?
That's hard nade.
Yeah.
Time to drop the ball!
Where's Sombra?
What? Yeah. Why doesn't Jay get there?
Again, if you're getting marked, that's different, right? But I'm looking for like the proactive effort, right?
System compromised.
Right? Like Diva wants to get shot at.
Time
I'm gonna look
I
at.
think especially since we had rally, we can probably like not care about our Ana as much. Like I don't need to jump and bubble her. He doesn't need to hack the diva.
Yeah, right. We
If
have.
we have rally, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, and how many people are gonna be pressuring the Ana if the Ana's positioned well at any given time?
Two.
Two. At most, it's
Maybe
two.
three.
Maybe three, right?
Yeah.
If the Sojourn slides, or if but most of the time it's going to be 2, and at the end of the day, it's still a 2v2.
Mhm.
Right? It's not like the scariest thing.
And our value isn't in peeling. Our value is in killing
Yeah, exactly.
when Diva's not there. Yeah.
All right, so I want to look at a fight that's at 6 minutes 20 something around here. Right.
Peace.
Okay. What is the enemy team doing right now?
Rotating.
Rotating. Right. So what angles do we want here to set up a hit?
Probably like
We have
J
one
in the
up here.
mega.
This is good. Yeah, maybe like over here or
Yeah,
over here.
That mega or the
Yeah.
other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably me or J there.
Yeah, both of those work. Yeah. You know, the other DPS on the other side, whichever, isn't, once.
Yeah, I think
Tracer's
Tracer
over here-
thrives on that left side, like in that room on the left,
Yeah. I
like
definitely
this
think
whole
so.
area.
Yeah. Right. We hit the nade. Great.
I get booped.
Right. And now all of a sudden, right, we can collapse on this Sojourn if we wanted to, or commit to the back line. Right. I think we can still kill the Brig anyway. Right. No, we still get the kill. We're just showing how it could be better.
Tengo que irme.
I want to look here for something else. After the break. Do we need to jump out?
I could probably jump back to the high ground I was at.
Why? Why can we do this?
Stage.
Yeah, to stage better, right? You don't have to spend another jump and another, cooldown cycle to get on to where you are.
Oh, I can also hit rotation without using jump too. If I jump out, I have to jump back in, right? So if I jump
Exactly,
to like
yeah.
a safe spot, yeah.
Yeah, you jump to a safe spot, and again, you're still on a line of sight. Who can chase you? Who can kill you if you jump?
Diva, but
Diva?
she won't kill me.
Yeah, she won't kill you, right? In other situations, there's scarier things that can chase and kill you. Yeah, right. And then same thing with our Sombra and Tracer positioning, right? Assuming we were, can you see my mouse?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So assuming we still had our Tracer by this mega, Sombra over here, right? We got out chilling, and now we don't have those positions anymore. Just proactively restaging and setting up. We got the value, we killed the Brig, set up again. We can go on the Soge, we can go, or probably just on the Ana and kill him, right? But like from this
Yeah,
top
we're
down,
kinda
I see
giving
5
up
people
everything.
hugging each other,
Yeah.
right? So again, like I used with the Winston example, it takes a lot longer to set up that second hit, right? So
It's like a minimum of 6 seconds, yeah, because I have to get jump back, yeah.
So you can say the same thing with Sombra, same thing with Tracer.
Now we're starting to do it, but it's just late, right? Yeah.
We still kill the Soge. I don't like how we committed the EMP onto like the Diva. I think that was like the main person we were trying was in.
Yeah, she died before, yeah, damn.
Yeah, right. Again,
Blasted.
like the Diva wants to take damage, right? Like when there's an Orisa, probably not gonna be killing the Orisa. Like targeting her the whole time. Yeah, Tracer went in, backline killer, good. So just a big emphasis on like staging. When they rotate, we hit them, and then if we don't have to completely disengage, we can set up for another
Map
hit
control.
even sooner, right? Yeah.
I think like the key for that, like what I tell, this is random, but what I tell Kieran all the time is like when you're alt tracking, your DPS need to be staging.
Yeah.
Like while your supports are alt tracking and we're all talking, like make sure that you're not just like standing still. Like, especially on dive.
Yeah, unless
it
you're
seems
already
like-
where you want to be on some characters, like if you're Widow or more less mobile heroes, you're already where you want to be. But especially if you have mobility, right? Proactively taking
Especially if it's our win con too. Like our win con is pinching based on like the control that we have on the map.
yeah. And again, let's say we hit them here, they didn't die. Now all 5 of them are over here. Where are they gonna go after that, right? Are they gonna stay there?
No.
No, right? Just like the first one example, they have to go somewhere else, and then we can set up another hit. And even if they go to this middle part of the map, right? Let's say they have like on a Brig up here, someone pushed up, or like they leave here, they're on a Brig's here, right?
So if
not
they
just
just sit
gonna
as 5 on
stay
that high
here.
ground, do we just wait?
Yeah, you can just wait. What I'm saying is if they're
Because
not,
there's no cart pressure.
they're not
right?
pushing the objective, right? And if there's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
Tracer on the cart, we can all shoot her, right? Like her alone isn't enough pressure, right? They all have to
Yeah.
be. They all have to do something, right? And when they do that thing, we have to be ready to hit them.
This ends now.
Yeah. That's kind of
Taste defeat.
This ends now.
fan of that. I want to get to first point. There's because we kind of have a big problem on first. So one thing I like to say with about looking at the rest of the map, I like to say the phrase like free real estate, right? Basically, what is not being controlled by the enemy team, right? It's very easy to walk up a lane that the enemy team isn't even using, right, and take that for yourself, right?
Server.
So, server, yeah, right? We can set up our backline here. We can have our DPS path this way to set up these pinches when they eventually are just, you know, I think it's the Ana Brig Soj on high ground. And if no one's on this high ground, you can take this for free, right? Yeah.
Take a redo.
Yeah, this was frustrating for me because I felt like I was like investing everything into clearing blue, and then we didn't make a rotation. And I was trying to understand, and hoping understand by looking at it, like why you guys didn't want to rotate.
I thought you wanted us to get that high ground.
Well, no, I want blue box. I think like with dive, like it's very incremental and like okay, you take bridge, you take the first high ground, and then you jump blue, you take blue, and then you can decide if you want to rotate server or if you want to take blue box, right? But I think when you're staying there, we're just limiting the amount of space that we can actually like capitalize on, right?
Yeah. What's the end goal? What's the end goal on our heroes, right? Going back to like third point, because they just changed the diva, right? We still have the, you know, putting it simply, we have the better dive. If we can get the hit off, right? That's better for us, right?
Yeah.
And kind of what I was saying at the start, it's real estate. This blue box is important, right? But if you go here and and you get pressured outspend, where else can you go to achieve the same thing that this would do to let you jump onto their backline? Where else can you go? That's not being utilized.
Like below blue box or
Yeah.
just main?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Are they shooting you, pressuring you from here? No, I mean if you
Yeah,
stand here, the
if I
soldier,
yeah,
the soldier
if I
might
stage
shoot
well,
you,
I suppose. Yeah.
and then you can. I think they eventually go up here for most of it, but even if they're down there, then you can jump up this high and then like drop on them right away if you want to, right? You kind of get past the Winston and the Soch damage.
Yeah, but can they still enable me from that high ground that they're on right now if I go under and jump on the backline? Like can my Ana?
I mean, you're honest standing.
Yeah,
Here.
kinda, I guess, right?
I think. I mean, you can still shoot. You can still throw an aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just gotta know where. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Assuming if our backline wants to stay here, even like in here. Yeah. Right. Like blue box is just a means to get to where we want to be, okay? Or to prevent the enemy team. And same thing with Dengi, Jay. What do I? You go by Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Okay. Right. This bottom left could also be pretty good for you. No one's here, right? You're within one dash range of their backline, and you're not getting spammed out, right? Because like being over here, just a little bit more shit in your way. The Winston you gotta physically walk through, right? Yeah, I think that's kind of how it goes until we nanoblade, for the most part. We cross bridge, walk here, pick a blue box for a little bit, and never really get anywhere.
So what's the fix?
Right? Just looking like you said at the start. We can have rotate backline here, better spot to hit the nade. Winston can jump up here. You can also go under. Tracer, if cart isn't working or we got it far enough, we can go right side, right? Now you're within one blink or no blink of the backline, right? If you can get behind them and end up over here, right? Again, you're within one blink or no blink of the backline. Once our Winston goes in, yeah, right? So we don't have to take like the direct route to where we want to go, right?
Yeah, so like me clearing blue box is more so clearing the rotation rather than clearing like the actual space to use.
Yeah, you're like there so that their Winston just instantly doesn't jump your backline. If your backline wants to go to server, right, which is fine.
Yeah, because if they hit a nade, I stop him from like at least participating in the nade.
Yeah, right, yeah. But
okay.
if you want to stay here, you can see your Ana can see their Ana. You can hit the nade. Then okay, we skip blue box, drop down here, and then jump up, or probably walk down here and then jump up from here. It's a little harder to whip shot.
And they can still rotate during that too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they can throw the nade,
throw the
fuck
nade,
off, rotate,
and then rotate, and now you end up here, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then Genji and Tracer just if you're not winning the cart battle because maybe this Tracer has heals, then just we kill them and pathing to kill them.
Yeah.
Right, pathing to
Was she getting packed a lot on cart, or were you just like losing? I don't.
No,
I'm not sure. I'm just
I was
asking.
just getting like.
Okay,
She came
because I was
close.
trying to think like I was wondering how Wolf can enable you, because I couldn't really think about it. Like
Oh, yeah.
obviously Wolf knows like he's trying to pack you, but like how can he help you if cart's under?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I was really just trying to force it to the point once it's under, and then that's kind of whenever.
Yeah,
you
yeah, and then like the stage. Sure.
Because like that's kind of why I did this fight. I was like, it's far enough. Like there's no point.
And this is kind of good, right? This is it's 11. Yeah, this is the timestamp I've written down, right? Tato, we go,
Yeah.
we go right. This is good. And now we're just calming, like we're waiting for Spen to give like the okay he's about to go in, or the nade, or whatever call we go in. Right. So I think we go in, try to hit the nade.
I'm under
It
attack.
misses. That's fine, but we went for it, right? And then we jump, and then we back out, right? So it's kind of like we throw the nade. 2 seconds later, we jump. 2 seconds later, arm tracers, kind of being forced to back out, right? So I don't know how we sync that up. I don't know what you guys use internally to sync that up.
I think I just took a rail. Like I was just dumb and took poke and took a rail to the head before I jumped.
Oh, you're kind of low.
Or I'm just 315, yeah. And then the nade gets thrown, and then like I just commit. Yeah.
Where else
Twitch
can we stage? From
That bottom part you're talking about.
where? Here or like under?
Like
them?
yeah, like under.
Yeah, right? Again, especially if your backline's here, if you jump here, is this a much easier way to get to
Just
their
to
backline?
create space and
Yeah.
sure.
Right? Yeah. And if their Winston jumps your team, you guys can be in here and should be fine. Or you jump here early and then jump up top. Yeah. But just proactively taking positions so we can get to them. Right?
Yeah, because I'm probably less likely to get whipped too, because it's like a different angle.
Different angle,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? You're not just already on her screen. Yeah.
It's not the longest jump known to man. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, and then we nano blade, and then we cap. So we have 5 volts. So I hope we cap with 5 volts. Yeah, and then we look at 14 minutes. It's kind of the same thing where it's here, like we threw the nade, and then 5 seconds later we jumped, or not 5 seconds, like 2 seconds later we jumped, and then 2 seconds later our tracer was like backing out. Kind of the same thing here. We want to push this, right? Making sure we're able to push it together, right? We hit a big nade, we nano,
Potential fully realized.
and I think we eventually trade out. But so we just spend that extra second. We have our nano blade, right? We go. We're pushing cart, right? We can wait until they walk out, right?
Yeah, give it like an extra second, and then
Yeah.
they're actually like in a better spot, and I don't get body blocked.
Yeah, right? Because their Ana and Brig can be here, and they don't just walk out, right?
And then my bubble's a lot better too if they're walking out. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Cool.
Yeah. We almost got him. Yeah, so big thing is like hitting them during rotations, right? Because that's when they're most vulnerable. Very easy to set up our crossfires on them. They can't just S-key away from our damage. And then proactively pathing to take these positions so we can actually capitalize off when they do rotate. I think that's the big things. I have a few more timestamps. What is that? 15. What is this? 15:32.
I mean, it kind of like shifts my mindset from like 3-2-1 to more like let them give you the dive opportunity rather than force it, right?
Yeah, it depends
I
if
always
you're on
know-
like
we always-
defense.
yeah.
Yes, it depends if you're on like defense or what kind of the objective. Yeah.
But it just makes more sense to like always be ready and then let them give you the trigger of like, oh, they're rotating, they're in a shit spot. And it's
Exactly.
like, oh, I'm gonna throw a nade now.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then Gore can actually just play for like a crazy nade or just like a nade whenever he sees it, and then we're just automatically staged for it, right?
Exactly. I think you guys, when you're playing May Brawl, right? When they walk through the choke, you hit the May wall, right? They don't walk through the choke
Same
and then
idea,
you say
yeah.
3, 2, 1 May, right? So there's certain things that are benefit from a countdown and certain things that benefit from they're just walking in a spot we can kill them. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's cool.
Yeah. And then same thing right here, right? Spen, Jay, is there a better spot we can be than next to our Ana Brig if we want to get on their Ana Brig?
Yeah, just holding like the left corner,
Yeah, just like,
like
here,
that little, yeah.
maybe, right? And maybe we can just keep walking forward and they don't shoot you. You'd be surprised how often this happens, right? Like you're on this corner. If you get railed, but if the soldier starts shooting you, then you can jump right away. Or they don't start shooting you, and then you can get like a much more vertical jump where it's a lot harder for the whip shot to cut you. All right, this right side. Is anyone any DPS on this right side or anyone?
Tracer.
No. Well,
I was switching kite.
they're
Oh,
tracers
true.
too, right? So maybe Jay, maybe we go this way and just walk, right? You know, be like, hey Ben, I'll be ready in 3 seconds.
Dash through.
Okay, you know, then
I think
dash
I think we
and go.
do. Do we not? We might do something similar.
I think we just go main with Nanoblade. But that's the next fight. Yeah.
Oh, he just goes the same way as me. It could just be easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what ends up happening, and I'm gonna highlight this on Saravasa, kind of the opposite. But the enemy team it's very easy for them just to press S, and they live. I think they still die anyway, right? But,
Yeah, because we're not pinching. Yeah.
yeah, right. They can just press S, and if you know they hit their cooldowns a little better, they might just live, right? Like I don't think they. Yeah, right.
Help me.
Yeah, like if the Brig hit the whip shot on one of you, and then the Brig packed the Ana, and you know it might take a lot longer to kill them. That's the big thing. And then we can look at Saravasa. Any questions? Make sense?
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
Cool.
Thank you for going over prior. That makes it so much better and condensed.
Yeah, I like doing that. I think it's
It feels awkward when you look at a VOD for the first time with people. You're like, oh yeah, this.
yeah. I just kind of want to like there's fights that I skip over because like well
You end up reiterating, right? So much,
Yeah.
so.
What do we want to do? Right, we have a Mei, we have a Ram. What are we thinking?
Right, wall someone off and slow him. And can't
Yeah.
get away.
Yeah, wall move off, slow 'em. What does the enemy team want to do?
They probably want to push fast with Queen Shout.
Yeah.
And look for picks with Genji.
Yeah. Are their Tracer and Genji gonna just follow behind the Queen, or are they gonna go off and do things? What is?
They're probably gonna come from off angles.
Yeah, right. So that's the first question. How do we deal? Well, obviously it's first fight. You know, it's more of like a second fight thing. We're coming back. But how are we gonna deal with them constantly splitting our attention? There's always gonna be a Tracer behind you. There's always gonna be a Genji behind you. Are we gonna have 3 people looking at them all the time? You know, like a spoiler, or are we gonna like just keep pushing forward? What do we want to do? Right. You can say the same thing if they're on like Winston, Doom. You know, if they're on like some sort of dive, it's kind of the same thing. They're gonna come from a lot of different directions. How do you want to deal with that?
Either you can just walk faster and ignore them, or you kind of flush them out. Like everyone goes for them, get the flanker, and then it's 4v5.
Yeah, we can chill. You know, force this Genji out that's behind us, or kill him, right? And then we push forward, right? So again, just making sure we're all on the same page on that, right? Because if we have some people that are just gonna force out the Genji, and then some people that are gonna push forward fast, nothing gets really done, right? So that's like the first thing. Just having some clarity on that.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Because I think we do a good job of just pushing to chill.
Flashpoint unlocked.
And then we push and kill the Kiriko. Chase, kill. Another thing I didn't say is we did a really good job at surviving their initial hit of cooldowns. Like the Queen shouted, the Lucio amp, the Genji. Like we survived all of that, right? And that's really important.
Is that the trigger to start walking though? Is what I would think. Like once you force out CDs and you live, they're like that because it is like a dive comp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like once you live that, I think that should be your trigger to start trying to enact your win con, which is probably just walking on the Queen, right?
Yeah, I think
especially because
we can go.
I was gonna say because Queen Shout's so long and it's like her most valuable class. But she like if Shout is over, she should die.
Yeah. Right. Again, one thing to keep in mind: we spent a lot ourselves to live through those cooldowns. Right? I don't know what we used. We used wall. We used amp. We used both BAP cooldowns. Right? Ram cooldowns. Right? Ram is low. Right? If we push forward, we might just bleed out and die. Right? So sometimes if we can survive it and then just keep pushing forward, especially when we have ultimates, we survive their hit. We go in with the Rem ult, kill them. Great. Right? Or as they hit us, we Rem ult and just kill them. You're just making sure you have the the resources to push. Like right now,
Flashpoint
we're
unlocked.
full HP. We all healed. We're good. Now we can go. Right now we can go and just kill this queen. I think we have Maywall back too. Yeah, we have Maywall back. Right? See? We look at this queen. Wall off the left. She dies.
Can we take 1 second to check in real fast and then start
yeah.
Ghid Vod up again?
Yeah,
yeah,
So that
yeah,
all
it
of
is.
you guys need to check in right now.
How do we all?
What do we say?
Each individual starting player has to check in. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the server and go to the tournament
Just type
check-in
your name.
channel. And then you're gonna it says please type or tag your team name. So just do like type P Ghidorah, and then every single one of you starting players have to do that. So I totally forgot that Arlanta needs to be
Wait,
in
do
here.
I because I'm sub or no?
Who is I can't see how much kidding.
Gerbil.
Yes, you
I do.
yeah, 100%.
You just type Ghidorah.
Yeah, you can type Ghidorah. I put Imperial Phoenix Ghidorah since that's our
I just
name
copied the
anyway.
name that they put in our channel, or that you
No,
put
that
in our
works.
channel. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. Let me message Arlanta. I'll
Does
drag
he
him
need to check
here
in just before the game or like now?
checking in now ideal so we don't have to worry about it later.
Yeah, I'm just saying if he's
Yo,
like,
Gerbil, get rid of that.
No, Irving.
You can kick back
other
up
people
again.
posted
I'll
this,
You send a
message
meme?
Arlanta, and then I'm gonna if he's online right now, I'm gonna drag him into the VOD so he can watch.
yeah.
I'll be back.
You have Lanta
Jay, are
ready for
you in
guys?
this? Yeah.
Oh,
I already put mine in. I'm with the rest.
No,
of them.
is he with you?
No.
Oh, okay, not good.
Oh no.
No. He's probably gonna show up at like at 150 if I had to guess.
Bro,
Okay.
what?
As long as he can check in, I don't give a fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah, Arlanta goes to school with Jay.
Oh, that's
Small
cool.
world.
I was
Who's Arlanta?
I was playing support with Lanta yesterday. Yeah, I was ringing. Fun. So I have a few timestamps. We're just gonna quickly go through them. I wanted us all to watch this fight from our BAP's POV, kind of under the lens of what we talked about before. I mean, like what we're doing.
Wow, this fight was so bad.
We're all doing different things.
Yeah.
Gerbil's in the back.
Bro,
dude, there's a
See how it's very hard. We're all a little all over the place, right? So if we did any one of those together, right? And I think maybe Lucio or Bap shoots the people behind us a little bit, because they can do like multiple things at the same time. It would have gone a lot better. Like we went either way and committed to the Ram ult or the Blizzard. I think we froze the Lucio at least. Could at least started trading. Right, but...
I think their queen ult is shit too, because they have like no angles developed on that part of the map. Like they're playing for point, and then they queen ult into this awkward space where we can just wall either the queen out and walk on core, or you wall the core and walk on queen.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I would think, because like that queen ult goes nowhere.
Yeah, I think we could have done either, but it's just kind of doing both.
We do both.
Yeah. So it's really hard to do give value. Now we're gonna look at 311, and remember how I talked about with the Ana Brig, how if they were a little better with their cooldowns, they can just press S and live because we didn't have the angles on them.
Yeah.
Right? I think we killed them anyway, right? Because you guys did a good hit. But just think of the idea of pressing S.
Now you see me?
I think we commit and try to get too much value out of this window. Right? Comparing that to... We pop the window, they beat... We just see them start walking forward into us, and we just back up, right? We keep backing. Yeah, and if they keep chasing, well then we can kill them, right? And the big thing, if we back up, right? Because right here, right, our BAP getting shot at in the back by a tracer while trying to heal Ram, right? If we back up and all of them are in front of us, we're not under pressure from every angle anymore, right?
Yeah.
We kind of turn their angles into one, right? Again, same idea, just like if they have a lot of mobility and they hit, we back up into one spot. Same thing if they're on Doom, Ball, Same thing if throwing like on a brig, kind of same idea.
Flashpoint
Right.
unlocks in
With the
10
creature
seconds.
thinking. Yeah, we see 3 different 1v1s happening. Ram and the Queen, Mei and the Genji, Lucio and the Tracer, right? So
Flashpoint
it's kind of converging. It makes it a lot easier for everyone, right? I want to look at 550. Right, which is the second thing that I kind of noticed with this map is our ults, right? The fight where I was watching the bat POV, we Mei ulted and Ram ulted at the same time, right? If we hit a Mei ult on people, are we gonna win the fight?
Yes.
Yeah. Right? If we, if the enemy team commits and we hit a big Ram ult, and they don't spam 5 Qs, are we probably gonna win?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So we overlapped both our strongest ults, right? And we didn't commit to, and we didn't support either of them.
They weren't even overlapped together. Yeah.
Yeah, right? And we still lost the fight, right? So just being aware of that. And so just going down the list, how do we want to use our ults? I kind of gave the, with the Ram and the Mei ult, right? Again, same idea if they are on slightly different heroes. How do we want to use our Soul Jolt?
Good window OC alpha angle.
I think Soul is good after you've earned space to like capitalize and push them out further. So like if you like window for this, like see if you like window where Jay is, right? And then you force them off point, just pretend we have window. And then we could like take the, like we talked about this a lot, like taking that left side with Lucio and Soj and then OCing to actually capitalize. Because like window can force them off point, give us point, and then the OC can leverage when they have to retouch point without CDs, right?
Yeah, kind of like
I don't think
punishing
it's a
them for
very
going
good
off point.
entry ult. Yeah, I just don't think it's a good entry ult unless you have like a crazy flank.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good entry ult either. Let's go to window, right? We kind of saw what happened with the window over here, right? So how do we want to use our window?
Force them off point and give ourselves space.
Yeah, to buy space. Okay. Right? What's a way that you can use it to get kills? Right? Because that's still value, right? Again, you get the capture the point, secure point. Yeah, that's still fine. But what's another way we can use it?
If Queen's in dead space, you can kind of just use it in Beamer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
when,
and
You're not
Mayball.
really
You have
killing
Mayball
anyone else.
too.
yeah. So when will the enemy Queen be in dead space or like open space?
Is she right now?
Like when she's trying to set up, I guess.
Oh yeah, kind of right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
When she's committing, really, right? That's kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
right. When she's
I
committing
think
to a
the
fight.
timing is pretty like minute though, because if it has to be like right before she's about to shout, because if she's too close and she shouts past, it's kind of a troll window, right?
Yeah.
Well, we can do it as she commits, right?
Yeah.
So the biggest problem, which is I'm gonna press play and then we'll kind of see, right? We don't want this to happen to our ults.
This ends now.
What just happened?
They kited
They
our
just
window
kited.
and then they
They just dipped, right? All of them, very mobile. If they're not committed to a fight and we don't time our ult like after they committed, they're just gonna run away and then just live, right? Yeah. Right. So kind of like to summarize it, like Mei and Ramel are our entries. We go in, set up a big mail. If we can land it, we'll probably win the fight. Same thing with Ramel. As soon as they commit, as soon as we can hit a Ramel, we'll probably win the fight. And then our Bappins, unless we're like buying space or they're in like a long sight line, we can use one of them to kind of make sure we capture the point. But on the flip end, if we want to make sure we confirm kills off it, we have to wait until they commit. And I'll kind of go through an example once the fight actually happens. And then what about Lucio? When do we want to use our beat?
Queen
ult
Blade.
or Blade.
Yeah, Queen
Okay.
Blade.
Is there a situation we don't want to use it? Well, like we know they have Queen or Blade, and we still want to use it anyway.
If they're down CDs and in shit space, we can use it to capitalize,
Okay.
I suppose.
Do we think that's value? Like, do we think that's worth it? Okay.
If you can convert a kill up.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think beat rushing
Yeah,
is
it kinda
amazing, but I
depends.
think if you have like the checklist of like they're in bad space, we have Maywall, then yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about situations where, cause I think we beat the fight before
Where they can
this,
kite it, yeah.
or not even kite. Like we beat, and then we're leaving ourselves up to just a Queen ult, and we just kind of die, or a Blade, and we kind of just Blade Kiriko and we kind of die, right?
Yeah.
So I'm leaning towards, unless like we have to win this fight, really trying to save beat. Because then it's like,
Yeah,
if they have
for
Nano
sure.
Blade and we beat when they have Nano Blade, we're just gonna lose the next fight, or it's just significantly harder to take that next fight, right? So yeah, we just kind of, we know what they're on, kind of making sure we're trying to doing that process that we just did, but as a team or individually, like while we're walking to the point, especially on Flashpoint when we have to walk a mile to get to the point. Yeah. Right. So I want to ask when. I'm gonna bring this up again, but I was watching Ram POV and we were like turning around for a tracer. Right. So again, back to like keeping up like how we're gonna deal with them flanking. But when does the queen commit to like fighting us? I want to ask.
When she pulls or shouts.
Okay.
When she gets a knife pull.
When her back or when her flankers are set up too, I'd say.
Yeah.
Is this queen
Like,
like
turning around.
safe, or is she just gonna dip? She didn't shout, or I
No.
don't. She's in the process of hitting a knife.
I mean, it looks kind of troll to me.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Well, where's Kiri? Where's Kiri?
I think Potato Man's angle is dog water, but
Where is?
I think he should be on the other side.
Yeah,
Kiri's
well,
on
I
the
was
wall,
just
yeah.
Yeah, so Kiri's well, but she.
I was
then
for
again,
some
TP.
reason like playing like scared because I didn't want to go left because they're all dare.
Yeah.
You had OC.
No, not
What do you
anymore.
mean? No,
No,
that
but
was
when you took that
right.
angle, you had OC.
So it's kind of dead to me.
Oh, this one.
Right.
Yeah.
So this would be a pretty good opportunity to ramble, right? They've walked into open space. We can punish this. We walled off the rest of our team. This would be like a great opportunity to hit the Mei or the Ramel, right? And I think you just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might
That's
be
on
greeting
me.
it a bit.
I do greed.
Yeah.
You might be too stuck to that thing that you mentioned to us.
Yeah,
like, I like to like get
yeah,
max value from
I
my
like
7. and
I like to do it for the HP, but I need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
'Cause the
AoE, like
damage-
if they're stuck on point, you're gonna bleed every single one. of them.
And
I
again,
think the damage feels low.
we have to remember too, like this creates like safe space for our backline too, and the rest of our team, because they're, if they go in here, if the Genji goes in too, the Genji's also gonna take damage, right? Yeah. And most of the time, they're gonna push past you and kill your backline, so they have to go through you, and you're kind of just turns that.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
and,
gotcha.
and then if they're putting that middle ground where there's a Ramel, do we keep pushing? Do we back up? Like, and either way, it's kind of a win for you. As a team. Yeah.
Time for the reckoning.
And then you mentioned the Lucio Soj. I do. I'm gonna go to this fight just because it's at 10:40 something, right? Where I like. Okay, first off, I really like that you guys mentioned that that's something you guys do on other maps, because that's something that infuriates me. In a lot of other teams where they're like the Soldier and the Lucio like never split, never take an angle. So that's really good. Why isn't that as good against their team?
I was thinking about this fight last night when I was spectating it too. I was like, this angle is smart, but we are not playing for it at all.
Yeah.
And it's not good because they're like a capitalize on like when they're playing with such a hard like, I guess it is a dive comp. It's Lucy Curie, but it's still dive.
They just have a lot of mobility, right? Like that's
and they could pick and choose what they can go on, right?
Exactly.
They could flip the map and go on our Soj and kill our Soj. Like what's Lucy gonna do? Beat?
Yeah, right.
So I think it has to be like, if you're gonna do this, you have to take the fight where your Soj's angle can actually get a lot more value. So playing main is probably just.
I think we go main, right? Because if they go on either group, you guys are close enough to help each other, right? Yeah, right. And if they, and if they all just look at your ram, then you can, as the soldier, can take a more aggressive angle because they already committed to your ram, right, or to your BAP, or I mean your Curie or something, right? Now instead of standing here and shooting them at the side, you're shooting them in the back, right? Second thing, I mean, we have beat, they have blade. We're not in a position to help with the beat, right? So another
This
thing
was sad, yeah.
to take into account when we take this position. But again, if they're on like Mei Bastion, right, it's great because they can't just they don't have that capability to pick and choose who they go on as easily.
Yeah, I think we had glimpses of really good uses of it on King's Row, and I think learning how to apply it on, like, I think the first step is starting to do it, and then it's starting to understand why and when you do it, like for Wolf and Potato Man. Like, why are you doing this? and
Yeah.
like what are the check marks to like get max value out of it.
Yeah. I like to use mobility as like that metric, right? They if they're on May Bastion, they can't just all go on you, right? So you can take very aggressive positions, right? If they, all of their team has aggressive mobility, so we have to, we can't take as aggressive of a position before they've used those cooldowns, right? And then being in, close enough to help each other.
And also like high ground is not much of value to us. So like
No.
if we're not clearing it for our Soj, we don't really need it. So it just takes like a decision from someone like, oh, we don't need this. Like let's play for our Soj angle, let's play main, right?
Yeah, yeah, right. You can play for that. You can play for that long range Soch damage, or you can play for like the May value. Now I am.
Because they don't even care about high ground either. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and look at this fight where we do pop the Ram ult, right? Because I want to kind of the same thing with the other fight I was talking about on the point prior, where they committed and I think we're just a little late with the Ram ult. We killed the Tracer. Has his Doom committed to this fight?
10 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Use both cooldowns, right? So I think this is.
Play pop ult now.
Yeah, pop ult now. This Lucio, Genji, right? Kiri, they're either gonna run away or they're gonna die, right?
Yeah.
And now, even if they all run away, the Doom has to get die or force his ult out, right? So even if we aren't killing them, we're creating a lot of relieving a lot of pressure from our teammates, and we'll catch people out. Because when you do pop ult, they do Doom ult, and you still kill 3 anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's just doing that a little sooner. Once they've committed. And then I want to look at the fight. I think that's done. Those are all the big timestamps I had for this map. Yeah. So again, kind of reiterating, pressing S, right, and keeping them in front of you, pretty good against their team. Looking at the point we talked about, the example we talked about over here, right? They're pushing in, we kite back, they're all in front of us. We're not getting pressured from being surrounded, right? How we're dealing with them surrounding us, right? Whether we play in a certain part of the map, play for our Solj angle, and go main, and then just thinking how we're gonna get value out of our ults, right? Yeah, and then I did see a little bit of Lee Jong. I was watching the last round that you guys lost before joining the BC.
control center one?
Yeah. Did you guys want to look at the first two?
Yeah, No, I think control center is like, it's the one we lost, so it's probably the most glaring mistake stuff. So.
Yeah, that's why I started with that one.
And we had some ideas how we do better. I think we decided Sim Sig don't have as much synergy as like Sig Soj or Sim Ram. Which is what we kind of decided. Just because like Sim likes to kind of be a little closer with like Mei, right? And then Sig likes to play like this half brawl, half poke.
Mm-hmm.
Which works well with Junk and it works well with Soj, but we just don't think it works well with Sim.
Yeah, I mean, I think going back to the Ram might be pretty good, right?
I think so too.
You
Yeah.
you can cut off the healing from the Rhine. You can,
especially for this map, right?
Yeah. But at least from this fight, I really think we just played a burn run. Like we can do other things, but I think the simplest thing, we have the Junk, we have the Sim. I think we can just blow up their Rhine specifically, or their tank, right? We just have like giga tank damage. I think we default to that, right? And if that isn't working, then we can try something else.
I think going Ram also caters to that style too.
Exactly.
Right? Like Sig can do it, but Ram can just do it way better.
Yeah.
Plus, even if he shields, he can't.
You can just keep
place
beating his
damage.
ass, yeah. Which is what I did on the first 2 points. So I don't know why. I think it was just a small miscommunication, but we figured it out after.
And then this, and I don't think I got. I saw this fight and then that was it. Again, I don't think like our Sim and Junk taking these angles is bad, but I think it's just a lot harder than just like, having.
I think on that fight, I was just waiting for TP to go back to my team.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're about to TP back
Yeah.
in, but.
Yeah, I just keep thinking about the passive damage he could be getting just farming rails off shield and then taking an angle, and then we walk past the Rhine, right?
Yeah, because that'd be really good if we, had our soldier in here, right, and just kind of, we can force point, really good angle, yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird because it's totally what we're used to too. Like we actually play a lot of Soj Junk, like we do on King's Row, and then going Sim was just like, we've been trying to work on it, and I think we decided like, yeah, it just doesn't work well with Sig. I mean, I think it can, but
Yeah, I think if you have Mei, you can do it. Actually,
I think it works better. Like, but then like, why not just play Ram at that point? If you're playing
Yeah,
for
no,
like,
you
Blue
you play,
Tank,
but yeah,
Ram,
yeah. I think
Or play
Ram's better
Ryan.
this patch. Last patch you'd play Sig, but this patch you probably play Ram.
Yeah, if you're playing Sim, yeah.
That's good.
यही परम वास्तविकता है.
We fuck up, Ryan. I don't think we need the symbol, but
Can you?
I
yeah,
think
so,
I was using it so I could swap next fight.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, okay,
Basically.
That
I
was my
was just
question.
trying to use it as fast as possible.
because
Or
you're
we
new to
chill
Sim
charge.
too, right? So like,
Not really,
oh,
actually.
I just don't know how to use Sim well. Like, if you had to ask me or anyone else, I don't know what I would
Like
tell
this?
you.
Oh,
Just split the
Simple.
fight usually. Usually you put it like straight through the fight and split them.
yeah, it's like Mercy Valve, right? It just gives you like a big passive advantage, right? Where if you just pop it and then take the fight like how you would normally, you have just a lot of damage mitigation, right? Like if we're gonna walk point and we're gonna wall someone off with a main wall and kill them, or we're gonna just go in burn Rhine, or our sim wall helps, just helps us aggress into that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. Or yeah, if you're playing like if you're walking up and you have to walk to the last space, you can just like kind of put it up in between you, so you can just walk for free.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not bad.
Or if there's like a big, let's say you want to walk in white and kill them, but you know there's a mercy pocketed ash on coast, right,
You
or
wall
something,
it.
right?
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
just put the
wall
wall them off completely. They aren't going to be in the fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
This ends now.
Sing for mine.
Yeah, I think just playing to hard punish Ryan is the easiest thing. I think we're getting a little too creative overall.
Can you go to one of the other maps and see if we do that? Because we definitely don't play this comp on the other maps.
Yeah. Here,
Yeah,
we
like
look
this
at,
comp looks a lot better, and it works better too.
We got point.
Well, it works. Yeah.
Good, we got point.
Distributing turrets.
I didn't see
Stray.
this round before. Let's see. Why don't we commit to fighting them? This is a question. Right, like they're on the point. Why don't we try to fight them, or do we want to just wait?
I'm trying to think, like, because we have all our CDs.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Jay wants to. That's why he gets punished.
Where is our right?
But I agree. Like, if he's like, oh, I can hit him on the shrine, we just go.
It just kind of dies to like spam. Yeah, yeah. I think once they step onto point, we just commit and try to kill it. Right, most of the time. Right.
Yeah. I think maybe I'm just afraid of walking into like the BAP and the Soj angle. But I mean, like, we kind of need to win the fight at some point.
And again, you have your shield. Look, we can pop a wall one of them, put a shield on the other, and then pop
And then
your
bully, yeah.
nemesis and fight. All of a sudden, and now the Soj, she has to walk through your shield, which you can kill her, or break the Maywall, or reposition, which makes her angle not as threatening, right? We have a lot of cooldowns, and we just...
The objective is now active.
We just lost our May at the start too, which doesn't help.
Yeah, that's just kind of lucky.
Yeah, we are slow.
Yeah.
Though. I agree. Like, it's one thing to be aware of the angles, but it's another thing to play like you're afraid of it, right? You can still do something about it. I
Yeah,
think is
right?
kinda...
You have a lot of tools to deal with it, right? We step onto point, there's a Rhine here. Let's fuck him up. Yeah.
Beat that man.
I think we window right away. Good. Yeah, great. Nice. Cool. So where do we want to hold? Well, yeah, I guess it depends where the enemy is.
You want to
Yeah, so, I mean, I think Jade gets killed at a Blizz here, but we're trying to think about, like, how we want to set up for the best Blizz, and we know they're going white. So we
Okay.
probably want to bait them into the point where they can't really kite it. I think Jay just gets rolled.
I think
unluckily, if
there's two situations we can do, right? We can always
Meet
always
them.
TP into them and pop the mail, right? Like that's like, or like we can TP and go aggressive, right? Like they walk into the room, they're coming through, they're standing here. We can pop a TP behind, maybe ram TPs behind, and we throw May straight or something and fight them. Or like you said, we can play safe, wait for them to step onto point, wall this off, Blizzard the Ryan, and kill him. I think both are fine.
I think there's room for more creativity with Sim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's troll here, if I'm not mistaken.
You just like spend too much time in it.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I just troll here. Yeah, there it is.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, but I think just make. I don't like us holding this corner, right? If we're not gonna like fight them here, right? If we want to fight them when they're like closer, we hold here.
Yeah, you hold her on the.
And maybe Jay goes from like the left.
Could we have also like met in White Room?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what he
no,
was
that's
saying
what I'm
with
saying.
TP,
Yeah,
yeah.
we could meet them, or just like we know they're walking in, we can go even closer.
Because like, we're tracking window 100%.
And
so
we're
we
better-
know they want that anyway.
Yeah, true. We're giving them a lane for window, and I mean, there's so many reasons now that you think about it in hindsight. Like we're better in that small corridor.
Yeah.
Like where
Right.
their Sojourn can't have an angle, we're way better. I think, yeah, Jay's setup was a little staggered, and then I was like, okay, we have to play for it, and then we got rolled, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So we just gotta like think more creativity, I guess, with the sim, and like where our comp gets more value.
Yeah. Like where do we want to fight to fuck them up? We have them AL, we can fight them as soon as they go into any close space, here or here.
And we have access to sim, so we can get anywhere instantly. Right?
Yeah.
यही परम वास्तविकता है.
Find some more.
I feel like you sim wall the other way, so
Like
that you have
this
control of the whole point. Like,
oh yeah, left to right.
like along, yeah, that's
yeah,
what I
both,
would
both are
think.
fine.
Because then if you do that like right in the middle, they cannot play natural, right? Like if you split it right in the middle of that pole, like there's no natural for them to play that's on the point.
Yeah.
We still win. It's still good. I'm just like trying to min-max it.
Yeah. And the Ram ult's one of our big ults that like if we hit it and we hit them all, we're gonna force a few ults out of them, or we're just gonna straight up win the fight.
Yeah, we were down when we won that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So again, if we're not gonna fight them right here, right? Again, I think we hold the middle just because it has better cover. If we stand here,
Yeah.
it's like as soon as they stand up, they're standing here. Do you have cover? Not really, right? So.
Yeah, this does look kind of shit.
Well, I mean.
Just because they can kite it though, right? Like if we're going through that choke instantly, they can go left, right, or back, and we just can't see them.
Yeah.
Poor Jay.
I got my one.
I'm glad we didn't beat the Blizzard.
Beats for Shatter?
Yeah, or like if you want to push your soldier, it's just like beating a
Or push
Blizzard
the window
most of the
too,
time isn't enough to
It
keep you
doesn't
alive.
say, yeah.
So it's-
Because Blizzard's a stupid ultimate and needs to get nerfed.
yeah.
Oh god.
Unless it's like one person and like you're all mostly alive and you want to push anyway, like maybe, but most of the time. So
I think we called a Sojourn on the off angle and we called a Turbo Wind, but we knew they'd shatter.
yeah, I think again we have the sim. We can kind of skip a lot of these rotations.
Like flip map, yeah.
Yeah, can't you not rotate and just like TP onto like the wood? That's the point.
Like you can TP
just like
here, you can TP here.
Yeah,
you can,
there.
Like, there's like you see that they're gonna meet you here. Like okay, you guys go left. You hear the Rhine pin. Now you can TP this way and just get behind them, right? Like there's a lot of, especially since they're on Rhine, and they don't have a sim, you can get through. You know, kind of skip going through chokes.
That's true.
And making a difference. Yeah. Like imagine instead of doing this way, you TP this way, pop a window right on the the bat behind, right, and catch him off guard. You know.
We are new to sim, so it's good to get a lot of stuff on like how we can like min-max how to use TPs,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Good thing is with the Blizzard, right? Just like you know they have Blizzard, as soon as you hear the Blizzard, you place the TP, and then your team can get out of the Blizzard that way too. It's like another thing.
Oh wait, this is crazy. Jay stalls are for Wolf to come back.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, that's actually huge.
Oh, this is sad.
Oh.
Lord!
I beat his ass for you, don't worry, brother.
I think that's it. I was gonna say another thing with
No, I
Sim,
think
but
those are pretty digestible things too.
yeah. Did you want to look at the what's the first round? I think you guys played.
Yeah, you can skim through it if you'd like.
Yeah.
Just like watching time too.
It was definitely a lot goofier. They're basically playing like.
Yeah,
like
and
they,
we're also
they
like
should have had Sim the way they were playing.
we may or
They
may
were,
not
like-
be like a specialist at the junk Soj.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys like
It's
it, you
so
like it.
dumb. Yeah.
No, I mean, this is a really good angle at Potato Man. Like, look, he's shoot their whole backline for free.
Oh, eh?
That was really good.
Oh, just wait till the next fight.
No, it didn't. No, if I can't see him, he is not
Bro.
there.
Oh,
okay?
no.
He's not there if I can't see him, bro. I promise. Look
I
at
need to do that.
POV.
I
It's
need
so
to do
I
funny.
griefed you so hard
Please.
for this too.
Please,
Because
no,
he was like,
you
guys,
gave him
make
like
sure
a
to get out,
10-second
bro. Make sure
warning.
to
Yeah,
get
you know
out.
he's there.
Oh,
There's no way, man.
I forgot that he can like turn so much. So
Bro,
I was like,
you-
maybe he'll like pin the wall and then I'll like slide.
Bro,
I
you
Maybe
don't-
got-
he's
you
bad
gotta
and I'm
fu-
just better. Is your
Dude,
Hot take. Hot take. That's unlucky.
Nah, he could have played high ground there. I don't give a fuck. You could hold that exact same angle and be on high ground.
Honey, you definitely heard the huh though. Come on,
yeah.
you heard it.
I thought he would miss. I thought he would miss.
That's like the Reinhardt strategy of like I'm just gonna shatter randomly, hoping he drops shield. You're like
a
praying
good
for
strategy.
stupidity rather than being good.
Yeah, again, this is going off what we said on Saravasa, right? This would be a pretty good comp to like have your Lucio with this. Again, it depends. Maybe you're scared of the Rhine Mace, you want the speed, but both get value, right? Having your Lucio with either.
I think as long as it's conveyed to me, I think we understand how like at least I'm speaking for myself, but I think Glor gets it too. Like if we know that our Soj is with our like our Lucio is with our Soj, we understand that we need to keep more distance to not get instantly walled, instantly burned, right?
Yeah, and then like your Soj needed to go back and get a health pack, it'd be a lot easier with Lucio. You could stay your ground a little bit more.
He
Or
probably can strafe the pin faster too.
yeah. Move the pin away, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's Wolf's fault. We've discovered the issue.
Oh.
Yeah. And the other thing too, like if their Soj Lucio just went to like 2v1 you too, I don't know how much you've had that happen.
I think we're coming on Genji, like in JQ comp.
And I cancel.
Oh,
Yeah, I may rock him out of Shatter, yeah.
That was crazy rock.
Now.
That OC is debatable.
Big OC.
got me.
Jay,
Wait,
I was
it
watching.
like
Yeah, I mean, you just did it when the fight was over.
Jay, I was watching your
I don't
PV
remember
most of the
being
time
like that.
because I don't
I
know
don't
what
remember
I'm
being
drunk at.
This ends now.
I don't make them, so I think you're wrong.
That's a good beat rush.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
you got the
okay.
beat second too. Yeah, that was good. And they didn't have any of the any ults yet to
Mm-hmm.
particularly worry about.
Can I touch her?
Overtime.
A little messy.
A little slappy.
Cool. Kind of a recap, right? We looked at our dive on Watchpoint. Just being aware of like the rotations the enemy team makes, and you know, like that's a good, you know, could be a 3-2-1, or we could just they walk through here, we fuck them up, and then proactively looking at what parts of the map the enemy team aren't using, so we can use that to path for ourselves. Saravasa, right? Kiting back when they have a lot more mobility, right? To minimize the angles, and then how we're dealing with them constantly surrounding us, right? Are we, like you said, killing the Genji behind us, or are we just pushing forward and killing their queen, right? We can't do both. And then how we're using our ults, right? Then we kind of just looked at this already. A little creativity with the sim and like where we're holding.
Mm.
Yeah. Cool.
And don't get pinned.
Don't get pinned. Yeah.
True.
Anyone streaming the match? Any streamers?
Oh?
You can
I'm a streamer.
I mean, me or Gerbil, if we're on the bench, can stream it in Good Chat.
Yeah.
I just don't know if we'll do it on Twitch.
I can't. Should I record?
I'm
Very cool.
gonna do Twitch. I'm gonna do Twitch if you're done. If y'all are
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh, you think you're allowed in the
What are
lobby?
races?
That's crazy.
Wait, are you?